Hello everybody and welcome back to Chellington Farm. Hopefully you're doing very well today. I'm just heading over to the store in the pickup truck with that thing in the back. You can't really see it. Yes, it's the precision farming tool, the sample taker, and I'm going to replace it with the Claas version, which sort of does it as you go. You don't have to keep stopping and analysing different areas, which is just a bit faster for when you have bigger fields. But this tool is good. It's just, as I said, I don't want to be spending forever analysing the soil. So we're selling both the pickup and that, and then we're going to replace them with another tractor, a new Holland T4. Now I haven't had a T4. Well, I did. Yeah, we had a T4 in multiplayer once with chainsaw, but we haven't properly used a T4 since about FS19. I made good use of the T4 all the time. And yeah, because I don't think it was ever put in as a base tractor since FS15, so it's always been a mod since, and it's been around for several months now. But I want to really utilise it, because it is a very capable tractor. Probably underestimated. There's so many jobs that we can do with it. Yeah, let me just go over here. Obviously it's not a tractor which can do heavy cultivation work, but we only have one tractor at the moment, and we need to have a smaller one as well. Right, so that's 43,000 for the truck, and oh crikey, it's levitating. I probably should have sold that first, but 16,316. Not bad. So we have 102,000. So yeah, the T4, and by popular demand, we have got the used machinery mod. Many people said, "Oh, you shouldn't buy a new just because you have to. You have the mod." Brilliant idea. It really is good. It's not like I'm not allowed to buy used tractors. So that saves currently £20,800. But is that the spec that we're looking for? Maybe we should go for the highest horsepower in the range, which is 115. It's pretty good. And we don't need a front loader because we have the JCB, which is leased, but yeah, we'll probably buy it eventually. Both beacons. Front hydraulic is good. Oh, yeah. Iron wheels. Looks good, but not ready for this farm. And yes, I think we'll go with the wide tyres. Front fenders. And decal, I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll stick with that design. So, that is £57,000 if I was buying a new. 77,800. So definitely worth using the used machinery mod. Purchase that. I also have a spreader to buy. Now I did look into this and I couldn't see one which we currently owned. I don't think we have any. So I found this, which is a sort of big yet fairly compact trailed spreader, which would be good for spreading lime and fertiliser, which we can also buy used if we want to, but it would mean we have to repair it. So I'm thinking maybe, but well, actually we have to repair the tractor as well. But yeah, I'm thinking if we, if we get that used, that'd be fine. It's just too tempting. And a cover would be useful. Yeah. Right, so we do need to get to a workshop to get everything fixed up. I'm just wondering where our one is. Ah, here it is. Yes, I knew Oxygendavid wouldn't leave us without one. Every farm needs a workshop. Oh, looks like we've got a lizard in here being fixed up. Right, so yes, we shall get that set up, taken to here and fixed up. That's a nice track. That looks so nice. And yes, I mustn't forget to buy the Claas as well. It is more expensive, but we can lease it. I don't think we really need to keep buying everything. It's not something that's going to get a lot of use, just a bit of use initially. So there we go. Look at this tractor. We shall give it the love that it deserves. Yes, I just turned the wrong thing off. Let me just turn the mini HUD off. There we go. And I suppose it would be a wise idea to get some lime put into here, because otherwise we're just going to be coming back here again. Oh, by the way, before I forget, thank you to everybody who told me about this. The multi-fruit machine comes with the map. It's here in the Beat Technology section. It says multi-fruit. So with this you can harvest all those different crops. You can do carrots, onions, potatoes, and of course your sugar beet. I don't know how much of this we actually need. I don't want to overbuy, but it's always going to have a use in the future. We can put it into storage. Well, we have them for the future. When we have consumed some of this, we'll come back for it. And there we go. Right, so beacons on. Let's get back to the farm. Let's do a bit of servicing. And then we will get into the field. Actually, I might even get the plough going on Courseplay, because the ploughing is fairly crucial. I don't have a very big plough, so it will take a while. But if Courseplay is doing most of it, then the time will probably fly. Yeah, I'm just wondering if the starting off plough that we have is going to be big enough. It's not bad, I think it's like a 6 furrow. But we have a fairly big tractor. I guess it comes down to how heavy the land is around here. I love that castle, it's just so impressive. It's just amazing really, because it's, you know, it's the same map from 15. But it's just improved so much. It was already so good, and now it's just crazy good. Okay, so I'm just going to very quickly say one thing while it's fresh on my mind. I get quite a few people saying, oh, you've got too many series on the go, I can never keep track of what you're doing. The thing is, I would cut the amount down that we've currently got going, but there isn't really any series to remove. They're all good. I enjoy making them all. So, yeah, what do? You just need more days in a week. So yeah, I don't really have a solution to that, except for maybe on some days do 2 episodes, but then that's going to be quite hard to keep on top of. Right, so our workshop is just around the corner. It is quite nicely tucked away. Just park this here. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to put workshop tabber on, because you have to enable it on every series. I knew it was going to take that. Always the one you don't want. Well, if I take it off the front and then back up, it can only take one which I do need to work on. Nice that it comes with like a trolley. A trolley A-frame. Okay. So, repair it, repaint it. Oh, crikey, that's expensive. Maybe not, just repair it for now. Yeah, I think we'll probably repaint the tractor though, because that tractor is looking a bit of a state. When we have some available money, we will repaint the spreader. The tractor is £4,390, so maybe then it isn't worth buying used. Well, it is actually. Sorry, just going back on myself there. It is cheaper, but it's not quite the saving that you initially think you're getting. Right, so into the Fendt, we have got 2 starting weights here, 700 kilograms and 1 ton. So the plough I noticed was lurking just around the corner here. Just back up. This is the starting location for it, and it's a 5 furrow. So debatably this tractor could handle more, but that must be quite close to its limits, you'd have thought. Okay, so let's get out to the field, we'll get it working, and then I can continue with the T4 and hopefully analyse the ground and also spread lime at the same time. At least that is the plan. I think I'm probably going to go this way. I always enjoy going that back way, up the farm track. Yeah, so we have £20,000, which isn't too bad. Also, thank you to everybody who posted some good suggestions on how to tackle different things. For example, the alfalfa, when it comes to cutting it, instead of just cutting it and then selling it, putting it into the pit is quite a good idea. So we then ferment it down and sell it as fermented alfalfa. I'm told that is the best way of doing it. I don't think I've ever put the alfalfa in a pit before, but I think on Sunday Bay I did wrap the alfalfa. Yeah, it's been a while. But that does sound like a good idea. And we do have silage pits, so it's not like we have to buy anything. We just cut it, pick it up, and ferment it. And the JCB will be very handy for doing the compacting. Right, okay, so here we are. The field which you'll know very well if you've been watching the series so far. And I think, well, I don't think I have the latest version of Courseplay, but it's good enough. I don't tend to update things that often, unless there's an issue with it. If it works, I tend to stick with it. So, field work, course generation. We're in field number 3 just here. Current vehicle location, headland 3 times, 4 times? Quite a few. And I think that's going to be okay. Let's just take a look. It's a big job, as you can see. Do you think 4 times round is enough? Maybe 5, yeah. That is going to guarantee the tractor turning without crashing. Drive course, and with a bit of luck we are going to have no issues here. But I am expecting it to cost me quite a bit of money in fees, workers' fees. That is looking good. Ignore the turning with a plough. That doesn't really matter for this. So, no, I'm going to keep out of the way. I'm going to try and put the lime on the other field first, the big field. But it is my first time using the Claas, what is it anyway, a Claas crop sensor. It's going to be interesting. And yeah, as I said, we'll go back over to the store to pick up the remaining lime, but we're going to have to get down to, like, what's it going to be, 33% before we can take all of it. Pretty sure this took 3 full bags. In a way, I like the sort of worn look on the implements. Sometimes it can look too worn. I think the worn tractors look bad unless it's like a really old tractor, because you wouldn't really expect a T4 to look worn out. Not to the extent that it's losing substantial amounts of paint. Yeah, this is going to be a big job. This field is huge, so I do need to be quite cunning with this. We need to get the right crop in. I don't know how to use this. So turn on sensor. It must be pretty simple. Oh look, you can see on the minimap it's actually working. Question is it wise to apply lime at the same time? I'm thinking we'll be okay. Potentially. Okay. I'm just going to stop and look at this for a second. I think it's alright, but I don't want to be wasting lime here because that would be silly. Yeah, so you can see we've got the soil type coming through. Sandy loam and loam. That's good. pH is our lime, and yeah, that is working well. So there is a bit of an overlap, but that is not an issue because I can see where I'm actually spreading. So it's not like we're going to have missed bits. Okay, I'm very happy with this. Whoever recommended the crop sensor, thank you so much. That is a brilliant idea. Yes, on the minimap we currently have the nitrogen. I'm guessing we can change that for the pH. Maybe. Not sure. Yeah, I would have thought there was a way. But it doesn't really matter. I do need to focus and keep to the edges, but I think you can see how long this is going to take, and in fact how much lime it's going to take. I hope I have the money. Wow, we're already down to 80% and I've only gone up one side. It is set to auto, so it is applying the perfect amount. We're not over applying or under applying. Okay, so as you can see, we are getting there. It's getting through a serious amount of lime. Also, the working width isn't great, so it's going to take a long time as well. And yeah, I really could do with getting some big bags or something, putting them on the trailer with JCB, and then bringing the entire trailer load to the field, because a lot of going backwards and forwards is going to take up a lot of time. I did check up on the plough once, it had crashed into the gate, so I've sorted that. And I could also do with having GPS fitted, because I'm missing a few pieces here and there. The only other observation was when I'm using this Claas crop sensor, the game does stutter slightly. I don't know why. It's very minor, very mild stuttering. But if I was to switch it off and everything, it'd all smooth out. But we are almost empty once again. Don't know how many more loads it's going to be. I'd say at least 2 more full loads. We can afford it. But it is, yeah, it's costing a bit. Right, so we'll turn it off. Now it's really smooth again. I'm guessing it's just because it's updating everything. It has to put the data onto here. But that is looking not too bad at all. We have got sandy loam, and silty clay down this end. But a fair amount has been covered. Anyway, let me just take a look into the possibility of getting some bigger bags of lime. And then if we can get some, I'll take the lorry and the JCB to the store, and we'll get the whole lot brought to the field. Before I do, let's just check up on the plough. Yeah, it's still doing the headlands. 3rd time round. It's a big job, but just leave it to it and it'll be fine. It actually does say here, time remaining, 1 hour, this is real time, 1 hour and 54 minutes. That's excluding turning around time. So it looks like it's going to take 2 hours. That is a big job. Looks good though. And it is going to give us a certain percentage more. What is it, 15% for ploughing? So it's worth it, despite the fuel burn. Right, okay, so we are heading off now to the store. I have found the big bag mod, which I think is fantastic. However, the price was £400 more for the same quantity of lime. So I have just adjusted that to the price that we've already been paying. So it's exactly the same price. We're not really benefiting at all there. But yeah, it's just going to look good. Nice big bags lifted with the JCB. We can take many over to the field, and that way we'd have to keep going back over to the store to refill. Just missed the train. We also need to buy the pallet fork for the JCB, so we'll do that. And I'm thinking we will just keep the JCB on a long-term lease instead of buying it. It will probably be cheaper, even though we will have no resale value. I am hoping to do quite a few bonus episodes on Chellington. I do want there to be more than 1 episode a week. I'm aiming for 2, but it's just not guaranteed 2, which is why I've sort of guaranteed an episode on a Saturday, but no other days. Okay, so we're in the telehandler category. This is the bag lifter, part of the JCB pack. The link is down below. We will buy that second hand, and we shall buy the bags as well. Yep, so there we go. Don't know how many to buy. We've been putting 3 in at a time. It's going to be at least 6. I think I'm just going to spam. Just keep spamming until the money runs out. No, we mustn't run out of... Oh, wow, that's quite a few. We mustn't run out of money. That should be enough. Because we have 2 fields to do. It's not like it's just 1 field. I probably should buy a low loader trailer when we have available money, because that way we can properly load and unload the JCB from the trailer. So what is this bag attacher like? Not bad. Oh, very good. Does anybody remember the times when it was FS09 and FS11, where these mods were working really hard trying to get mods like this to work, but it was always a bit glitchy, and if you got it wrong, the bag at the very least would go flying. Sometimes the telehandler would go flying too. Okay, maybe, oh yeah, I probably should stay on this side. Don't want to tilt it too far. There we go. They're quite small bags actually. Okay, there we go. Yes, they're a little bit sticky. They do get stuck a bit, but it's, yeah, it's not too bad. It could be much worse. Right, to the field. Let's get that liming done. And I just want to say, I'm playing Seasons. I'm playing with the precision farming. For anybody who thinks this kind of gameplay is slow, well, you're right, it is slow. This is just me trying to do stuff properly. Trying to be sort of semi-realistic. We're not going to get tons and tons of stuff done in one episode. It's just the way it is. I just like the sort of slow, laid-back, relaxing type of Let's Play style, instead of frantically trying to get tons and tons and tons of stuff done in half an hour. It's just the way I've always done it, so hopefully you like it. Well, I'm happy with my gameplay style. Look, the tractor is starting in the corner, so eventually it's going to be working on the longest side of the field, and it should get much more done in a shorter period of time. It's going well. I do just want to say though, thank you to everybody who does watch my videos. I really do appreciate it. As I said, 5 years ago when I started, I couldn't even believe that 1,000 views was possible. And now every video gets like at least 20,000 views. It's amazing. Thank you so much. It is hard to explain really what it feels like. But no, just me sitting here playing a game, having fun, and having others sort of enjoying it and getting immersed into it as well is an amazing feeling. Because I always used to do this. Back in 2009 to 2012, I guess. I played so much FS09 and FS11. But I never made any videos. It didn't really feel like the sort of thing that would be done at that time, making videos of Farming Simulator. And then one day I just decided to put a video on, which did quite well. You know, it got like 1,000 views. So I just kept going, and ever since I've made a video a day. Okay, I think we should probably get the spreader opened up. Probably spin it round, make it a bit easier. There we go. 2 bags at a time. I think 3 bags will fill it because they should be the same capacity as the previous ones. I think my biggest weakness is not putting the bags far enough onto the bag attachment. There we go. It's better. Double filling. Nice. And yes, one more. I might as well put 2 on the fork though, for next time. We can leave it up in the air. Oh. I think I still have a strap. There we go. Yes, if it suddenly becomes suspiciously heavy, you know you're trying to pick up the entire trailer. That's good, because it means the next time we can put the remaining bag in, and then we just pick up 2 more and that'll finish it off, although it has taken 50, half from each. That's fine. Right, if I just put this maybe here, then next time we can just drive underneath it and get it filled up. And as mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm extremely impressed by the tractor. I think T4s probably are underestimated in this game. Okay, so the sensor is on, the spreader is on, it's going well. I also noticed that with the map here, it was actually defaulting to pH, but when you switch the sensor on, it swaps to nitrogen. There might be a way of going around that, not too sure. But it's fine, we know it's working. So I am going to complete this field today. It's amazing. We're going to do one job in an entire episode. Yes, as explained already. It's just the way it is. We are starting with not much money here. We're doing things properly, we're playing seasons, we have precision farming. It's not going to happen overnight. Which I think is actually more fun. Maybe initially it seems slow, but in the end it's more fun. Because if you're just putting your crop in and then the next day you're harvesting it, it's all over. You just start again. Where's the fun in that? We're actually putting the effort in and building the farm up. Okay, so let's keep going. We might have to go back over to the store to get some more. But it doesn't matter at the moment if we do, because we have the money for it. We do still need more money for seed. But we probably have an implement to sell if we get desperate for money. And then once we've had the first harvest, it will all be fine. The only thing I need to get eventually is GPS, but as you can see this tractor does not have GPS fitted. So we're going to have to go without. Well, I'm getting there. It's a massive job. It's quite hard to comprehend how long this is taking. So far I've been recording this video for 2 hours real time. And I've pretty much just done this. There's nothing else I've done. Yeah, we could do with a bigger spreader, but I could only buy what we can afford. I guess I could have leased one. I think if I could go back in time, I would have leased one. That bigger one. But we'll get that filled to the top and we will hopefully have enough to complete it. But we will see. It's going to be tight. There is actually, yeah, still quite a bit of field left there. But this tractor is doing a good job. So happy with it. And actually, yeah, I keep forgetting about the crop sensor. That's doing a good job too. Doesn't seem to be stuttering as much either, which is always good. And I keep forgetting, with the auto application, you don't have to keep switching the spreader off. It will just do it on its own. I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, but over there was a piece which I missed, and I went back for it, and because it was set on auto, it wouldn't start up, so I had to put it to manual just to complete the missed section. Yeah, so you can see the area that we still have to do. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough. But I'm not going to go and fill the trailer up again. We'll just have to go back to the store, put some bags into here, and get them applied. But no, I think it's probably the longest recording session I've done in one field, on one job. Yeah, it's quite something. Well, I am delighted to announce that we do have enough, which is really good. We probably don't have enough actually in the spreader, but we have some more on the JCB. Our final 2 bags, probably 2 final half bags. But it's going to be good to see the end of this. I do need to fertilise it as well, but I'm thinking maybe keep the spreader for the smaller fields, and for this field we'll just lease a big sprayer. I don't know. We have 2% left. Yeah, we're going to have to go and refill, but that's fine. It's not like we have to go all the way to the store. And we're drawing a very nice map here. Got good pH. Nitrogen obviously hasn't changed. And we also know the soil types as well. Right, how much is in there? I think that's all we need. We'll keep the other one on the tines. Let's get this job over and done with. Now in the next video I do have to spread lime on the field which is currently being ploughed. It shouldn't be much of a job, but yes, obviously it has to be done, so I'm just going to time lapse it and get it done super quickly, like within a minute, because I'm sure you don't want to see any more lime spreading. I don't want to at the moment. I've seen enough of it. But we do have to do the drilling as well, so the drilling is coming up next. The temperature wasn't really high enough today anyway for drilling, so that's fine. I think once the Fendt is finished with the ploughing in that field, we'll get it going on a worker in this field, putting in the next crop. So yeah, after all this work, it needs to be a good crop, something that's going to be really worthwhile. And I am thinking maybe not a root crop for this field because it is huge, but certainly one of the multi-fruit crops. Okay, it is done. We can all calm down now. That was far too much excitement. So yeah, I'm just going to go and put this back over here, as I said, because we do need to get this taken to the other field in the next video. There we go. And we will check up on the ploughing tractor. Still an hour and 14 minutes. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll leave this going for a bit so that it can progress. I won't let it finish, but we'll get maybe within 15 minutes of completion. Not too sure. It's a big job ploughing. It's a huge job, but it seems to be going well. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.